So today we have a simple question. Does New World need quests? The quests in New World are not very good, to put it kind of mildly. As you level, there are essentially primarily three variations on main quest types. Kill X amount of NPCs, loot X amount of items from chests, kill X boss. There are other minor, repeatable town board quests and faction quests that include those variations, along with crafting and harvesting, but that pretty much covers the bulk of quests in New World. I have encountered the odd quest here and there that breaks this formula, such as one that had me run around finding spots for a painter to paint waterfalls. Probably the highlight so far for me of questing. I've also noticed that once you get into the high 20s, you begin to see more in-world quests like the ones with the living earth and things like that are not locked to settlement quest hubs. This is a welcome change because it means we're moving away from that whole quest hub feel that is kind of the reason for this video in the first place. But the fact that you have to get into the high 20s and 30s is kind of a bad sign. So just over 100 hours of gameplay into New World, I continue to ask myself this one question. Were any of those quests necessary? New World's lore is an issue. It needs more world building, but I don't think that the quests are doing it. Many MMO players are trained to skip through quest text as is, and even I, who very much enjoys lore and seeks it out, find myself bored at times reading the side quests. This is a shame because there are occasional ones that are interesting, but they're hidden among the lots of drab and boring fetch quests. I'm reminded of the Angry Earth quest, which had a very interesting and compelling conclusion, but the lead up to it was boring. It was so boring, and I would not blame anyone for quitting it before getting to that end conclusion. But the other part of that, the most amazing part of that, is the zone itself was gorgeous. It was so intriguing, and I just wanted to go and explore it. I didn't care about the quest. I just wanted to keep exploring this really unique and interesting area in the zone. So again, are the quests necessary? I'd argue that no. For New World, they are more detriment than bonus. Quests are a reservoir of experience, money, items, etc., etc., but they feel repetitive. Even when there is a decent lore, it's still go collect X item from this chest or go kill X mob. We're doing the same mindless tasks, and I found myself prioritizing quest areas and quest mobs over some of the more interesting areas and NPCs in order to speed up the leveling process. This is especially true when playing solo. New World, I believe, could be better served by leaning into the exploration aspect of their game. Guild Wars 2 is a good example of how to do this well with their own somewhat unique take on questing with area task fills that don't lock you into a single hub for large areas. The quests happen more organically. New World already has so many interesting and intriguing zones. As I've mentioned before, the zone design is truly top-notch, with potentially one exception: the fact that you have to keep returning to a single area in a decent-sized zone. You have to keep going back to the settlement. Even if there are side quests out in the middle of nowhere, they're normally small quest chains, 2, 3, 4, 5 quests maybe in a row, and then you're done. But if you want to keep getting experience, you need to be doing the repeatable ones that are in that centralized place. I am intrigued by the art of the zones and their verticality. Let me explore those zones. Let me look for different nooks and crannies. I already am when I'm out harvesting. Give me the same freedom by allowing mob grinding versus quest grinding. Give me more experience for exploring. Reward me for enjoying all the zone has to offer, not just what the quest guides me to. I believe that allowing the world itself to be the main source of experience, gear, and gold would better serve this game in particular because it'd feel more like a frontier. There's something about the run back and forth to return quests that just takes me out of it. I feel like I'm finishing a grocery list for grandma that just happens to have rotten fruit tucked away in an ancient chest next to the same very angry ex-employees that want me dead. And for those who say I could just ignore the quest and go do all those things on my own and just level a little bit slower, you're right. But I don't want to. And I don't think many others do either. One of the counter arguments to this is going to be PvP, and by extension, the faction grind system that uses the repeatable quest system to encourage conflict as well as provide a steady source of faction, but I have to imagine there are other ways to encourage this behavior. Faction opposite NPCs or locations similar to ESO or Guild Wars 2, for example, or control points beyond the forts that already exist. It is possible to organically create the player friction needed that results in a fun and exciting PvP experience. Alternatively, adding more varied quest types and more memorable quest givers, a la Final Fantasy XIV, could remedy some of the dullness much of the New World player base has felt, including myself. But I feel like this game may be better served by leaning into its frontier trappings and encouraging exploration through the reward of that in itself, instead of these quests on rails. More than anything though, I'm curious what you think. Have you found the quests in New World to be engaging content? Would you miss them if they were gone? Or do you, like me, feel chained to them by the allure of greater experience, gear, and gold coins? My name is Redbeard Flynn, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more of me, please hit the subscription button and the bell. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. You can tell me how wrong I am. It still helps the algorithm, so I'll thank you for it. I post videos here on YouTube every Friday with bonus shorts content whenever the inspiration strikes, sometimes within 2 in the same week. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.